This story starts like so many, with one man's vision, one man's idea, one man's mission. Marvin Schwan thought the area near Marshall, Minnesota needed a little upgrade, a little something to look forward to. That something was ice cream. So he put together a truck with dry ice and carved out his own route.
The company got its start in 1952 when a young Marvin Schwan packed a truck much like this one with 14 gallons of ice cream, and he headed north to rural homes in north of Marshall and sold all 14 gallons. It wasn't an easy go for him at first. They say he had 22 flats his first year.
22 flat tires?
22 flat tires.
The tires got fixed and Schwan's was born. Marvin Schwan and his two brothers were in control of something magical. They developed their own secret sauce, and the town of Marshall was about to grab hold of it.
We want to be a partner. We want to be a very close partner with the community and work with the community and be a good corporate citizen, work with the community to get things done. I think it's mutually beneficial. It's beneficial to our company, it's beneficial to our employees, and certainly beneficial to everyone who lives here.
There is now a Schwan's Museum that pays tribute to the vision, complete with Marvin's first mode of transportation.
We're best known for our home delivery service in the yellow truck. You know, this one's a replica of the first truck that was used. It was packed with dry ice to keep the ice cream cold, and it's a 1946 Dodge panel van.
Combining Schwan's with a good old-fashioned southern Minnesota work ethic, things kept getting better in this town. A town that has always been cutting edge in its look into the future, and it had a company helping to surge ahead.
Community sleeps 14,000 at night, 25,000 people work here during the day. And so you end up with nice things in the arts, in the entertainment, in the athletics that most communities of 14,000 would never hope to have.
Wailagi knows he's been in the middle of Marshall for 33 years, taking on projects and finding a way to fund them. The Schwan's Theater was built at the school. It's where the young actors can live a dream, and they can bring in acts for community events, taking quality of life a step up on the prairie.
The Schwan Food Company is a fabulous company in town that takes a big picture. They need quality employees, and to have quality employees, you have to have a quality community and a quality amenities to go along with that to attract those employees. So from very early on in our discussions with their leadership, it was evident that they wanted to make sure Marshall continued to be a quality facility and a quality community.
With a good portion of the Schwan's workforce now located in Twin Cities, the idea is still not lost. Help build your own culture.
I actually started working at Schwan's all the way back in 1985 while I was going to college. And I'd come home and work at Schwan's, and then worked full-time at Schwan's from 1988. Well, Marvin was live through 93, and so I did get a chance to work with him. And the thing that always amazed me about Marvin, I was a young brand manager and wanted to take a price increase on a product. And at that time, you could take no price increase in the organization without talking to Marvin first. And so it was just, he was so engaged in the business. He was a quiet man, but yet always engaged in the business and always thinking about it.
The Schwan's Home Service is the flagship company for Schwan's. So it's got a 60-year heritage behind it, founded by Marvin Schwan. So it has that integrity and heritage and personality that a Minnesota born and bred company has.
They have grown the business many times over since the original ice cream days. Red Baron Pizza is a staple, and the plane synonymous with it is part of the museum. Taking advantage of distribution already in place, they have been able to mobilize. The Schwan's Cup helped build the Twin Cities venue. In Blaine, Minnesota, they partnered for an ice rink and a soccer tournament.
I think the Schwan Food Company out of Marshall, Minnesota has taken the leadership in the state as far as a Minnesota company supporting amateur sports.
See, this premise becomes simple. Build what you believe in and you will benefit from your greatest asset, the people.
And so again, in a small community, the communities rally around sports. And so really that part of the core of Marshall is sports. And again, so it's been fun to be involved with a company that has supported that within our community as well, whether it's the high school sports, amateur sports, It doesn't matter, you know, we've been involved both from a corporate standpoint and myself personally.
When you talk about Marshall and what we're trying to do with regards to economic development and really growing the population, making Marshall a destination, it all starts with the Schwan Food Company.
On this day, they lobby for another upgrade. They have already raised $12 of the $16 million for a complex that includes 2 sheets of ice and multiple baseball and softball fields. Today, a committee of local legislators are touring the state, trying to figure out if the state should add about $4 million to that fund.
What Marshall has done then is they have the state university and they have the local high school, and then we're going to put a regional amateur sports facility essentially on the same campus.
That's why this area is thriving, because they could withstand economic downturns, because with industry comes great opportunity to make life better. Marvin left the earth in 1993. He was an icon. But what has happened since his death may be more than he could have envisioned. He knew a good product in a good town with good people, well, you just can't miss.
He used to always say, I'm glad we found one another, and I think he'd be proud of his employees and what they've achieved throughout the years.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Life Touch, photography for a lifetime.